Hey folks, Big O here, Steve Parks, RageTail, Strike King. We're here at ICAST 2012 in Orlando. We're having a great time, and I've got some awesome products this year. I think you're gonna love them, and let me show you what they are. The first one that I'd like to show you is our new, it's called a shell cracker. And if you'll notice, it's a little brim style, bait fish style, and it also has the twin tails on it. Now the key to this twin tail that we've got on this particular bait, of course you pop them loose like you do on some of our other RageTail products. It's got the tear tab. But the key to this is absolutely, without a doubt, the fastest flicker rate action bait in the world. These tails move so fast on the fall, and just with minimal movement of the rod tip, those tails are moving. Now, a lot of people would look at this and say, well, Big O, how are you going to rig that? Well, believe it or not, I have one rigged right here. This is my favorite way to rig it. I rig it on its side with a flipping hook. You can use a 5/0 EWG would probably be a preference. This is actually one of our flipping hooks. And you'll notice it's rigged like this, just like you would a beaver style bait. When we fish beavers, a beaver style bait, the fish are looking at two things. They either consider it to be the shape of a bait fish, or possibly they see a crawl. They see these two flippers or whatever on the back and they see a crawl. But in my opinion, the fish normally eat bait fish more throughout the year than they do a crawl. So we've designed this to be a hybrid flipping bait, and it's actually a little shell cracker brim shape and with some really hyper tails. Now, is there other ways to hook it? Absolutely. If you look, it's also got a belly slot right here so that you can actually rig it with a swim bait hook. Now, there's a hook slot right here in the back for your swim bait hook, and I would suggest a 4/0 swim bait hook for this. Screw lock's probably best. There's also, when you flip it or you rig it on its side, there's little hook slots on both sides of the bait so that you can skin hook it as well. One of the keys to it is when we're flipping baits, in order to keep a bait from corkscrewing like this, let's try to rig the bait as flat as we can and try not to bow it up or try to, we don't want to do this to a bait. We don't want to bow it up so much. A lot of people do. What we want to do is keep the bait as flat as we can. Now we have some great colors on the Menace. The twin tail Menace is another bait that we just came out with. And you'll notice it's got the same tails that the shell cracker does. And this is a really awesome little twin tail grub. You can use it as a jig trailer. You can also flip it. You can punch with it. The key to it is, and here's another thing, this is one of the things that Kevin has done. He'll take this bait, he'll put a 2 to 3/0 swim bait hook in it, run it like this, with the tails like this, and just run it through, kill it, let it fall. When it falls with swim bait hook, the body is shaking like this due to the hook itself. But the tail action is super fast. But like I said, this is a very versatile little bait right here. Flip it, pitch it, you can cast it, stand up jig, you can trail it on any jig and it'll work extremely well. 17 colors, and the colors that are coming out on it is awesome. One of my favorite colors, of course, being the Falcon Lake Crawl. We come out with it in this, and I love it. I'll show you one of the other new products that Strike King is coming out with. This is called a slither rig. This is actually a tungsten weight with a nice, thick, heavy skirt. And what you do is you just rig this or the shell cracker, either one. You rig these on your flipping hook, favorite flipping hook, and then you can see what it does. It's the perfect punch bait. Or if you want to flip and you don't want to choose a jig, you can always use a tungsten, a smaller, the tungsten's going to be smaller than lead and heavier and probably a little bit better, more sensitive. So this is a great little rig as well. I think the slither rig is going to be a big addition. I'll be using this a lot this year. And then we have one other bait that we've come out with this year, finally, and it's the Recon worm. It's actually the basic tail of the anaconda, but if you'll notice, this is a ringworm style body. And why ringworm? I'll show you two reasons. Number one, the texture of this, if you'll notice how easy this moves, the texture of that is so soft that when a fish gets it in their mouth, they just crush it. I mean, and they like that, and their hold time on this is ridiculous. So you can do this, but let me show you a trick. For those of you who like to throw small Senkos, I'm not a Senko fisherman, and I wasn't the one who just came up with this, but somebody showed me and I said, yeah, you're right, it's great for that. Look, I popped this loose. Now I have a 5-inch ringworm, real pliable, soft little Senko that you can throw it however you want to. If you want a finesse fish, shaky head, or if you want a wacky worm or whatever, it's sweet. I think you'll like that too. We came out with a lot of new colors on it, and that's our new product presentation. But here's one of the great things about this year that I've enjoyed probably more than years past recently, is that Strike King just came out with a ton of new colors on all of our baits. On the crawls, we came out with just, I don't know how many new colors. In our Smoking Rooster, our Rage Hogs, we've got a tremendous amount of new colors. And so you guys check it out. If you want to, just go to the, now we do have a new website at RageTail. We've got a new website, and it's got all the new colors, it's got all the new baits. We're gonna have great rigging information for you. And just for BassResource, I have something for you. You remember a couple of years ago at one of our road trips, I was showing you how to rig the RageTail. Well, I kept the secret for quite a while, and so I want to reveal that secret to you now. Here's the standard RageTail. Remember, we just popped these 2 feet loose like this. Do you see a difference between this one and this one? You notice how I just pinched out the middle of this? I took a little half moon shape out of the center of this. Why? 2 reasons. The Rage Toad is the most aggressive toad in the world. It makes more noise, more racket on the surface than any other toad in the world. If you want to tone it down just a little bit, you trim out that little piece right there in the middle, and what happens is these tails, they still make noise and they still come through the water making a splash, but you can tone it down as much as you want to. It's sweet. And what do I do with it? As usual, Big O likes big baits, and there it is, folks. This is one of my favorite flipping baits of all time. I actually had Strike King make me some of my toads in the Falcon Lake crawl color, and I'm using this now on the places that I fish, like Amistad, Choke Canyon, all the big Texas lakes, and this is sweet, and I love it. When a fish gets that big hunk of plastic in their mouth, they're not leaving it alone, and it's usually the bigger ones. So you guys, try that out. Can you do this with a shad? Absolutely. If you want the shad to quieten it down, tone it down a little bit, because it's so radical on the surface, you can actually tone it down by doing the same thing that I did here. So why don't you try that out, and let me know on BassResource how you like it. Good to see y'all again, and next time I hope one of y'all get to come up here and visit us.